Rocket and Jewel, an unexpected brotherhood. This is the story of Rocket, a parrot with feathers like a bright sunrise, and Jewel, a puppy with paws too big for his small body. They came from different worlds and, by reason and instinct, should not have become friends. Yet something gentler formed between them, an invisible thread of trust that would bind them like brothers. Rocket arrived first. Small and fierce, he claimed the house with cheerful squawks. He moved from perch to shelf with the surety of one who believes the world is his own. His feathers flashed emerald and gold. His voice filled rooms with mischief. He loved attention and made no apologies for being the center of life in that home. Weeks later, Jewel came bounding in, all loose paws and eager eyes. He was a whirlwind of motion, clumsy and energetic, forever searching for new things to explore. Jewel did not know how to share space. He lunged at whatever moved, his puppy teeth snapping at the air, and he made Rocket nervous the first days he was home. At first they collided. Jewel chased the flapping shadow of Rocket. Rocket tapped the puppy's nose with a pointed beak and darted away with a proud squawk. The house became a stage for small battles, yips, cries, chattering, and flare-ups of temper. Neighbors might have called it mischief, but in truth, those early moments were the first stitches in a friendship being sown.
Is that good? Get out of there.
They sparred for days. Jewel would whine and pounce. Rocket would flutter and peck. Sometimes Jewel's paw came down too hard and Rocket yelped in surprise. The puppy's eyes would go wide as if he feared the friendship would end right then. But then Rocket would return, curious and unhurried, and Jewel would wag as if forgiven. Something patient and steady grew in the pauses between fights. One late afternoon changed everything. The yard was warm with late sun, and the air smelled of cut grass. Jewel and Rocket found themselves quiet, facing each other, less noisy than usual. Jewel's breath came slow, Rocket's head tilted. They were nose to beak. For a long-held moment, neither moved. There was no snarl, no flap, only a hush. In that calm, a small decision was made. They could stop competing and begin to trust. After that, they became companions. Meals were eaten side by side. Sometimes Jewel finished first and waited for Rocket. Sometimes Rocket nudged a morsel toward the other. They drank from the same bowl, as if it were always meant to be shared. Their rhythms synced. Play became their language, a running, tumbling dialect of fetch and flight. Fetch turned into ritual. Rocket would snatch the ball with his beak and soar. Jewel would charge below, paws kicking up earth. They chased and returned together, triumphant, both claiming the prize and then offering it to one another. They learned each other's limits and adjusted. Jewel learned to soften his rush. Rocket learned not to dart too close without warning. When mistakes happened, an accidental paw, a clipped wing, There was always a pause and then forgiveness. They made rules without words. Slow moments mattered as much as the games. On quiet mornings, Rocket would settle on Jewel's back like a small sun resting on a hill, and Jewel would stand patient and still. Once, when a storm rattled the windows, they stayed close, tethered by the steady assurance of presence. The parrot soothed with gentle talk. The puppy steadied with warm weight. Their differences became parts of the same whole. People watched and smiled, seeing how a bird and a dog rewrote what family could be. They learned how to protect one another. Jewel nudged Rocket gently away from danger. Rocket warned with a sharp call if a stranger approached. In the simple choreography of their days, another truth appeared. Brotherhood was not born of likeness, but of mutual care. Years passed and their bond only deepened. They shared sunlit afternoons and sleepy evenings. They solved petty disagreements with the same tenderness that had shaped their first peace. In public, people would stop to take pictures of the pair, one grounded, one airborne, constantly returning to the same truth. Love, patient and surprising, crosses the lines we assume are set in stone.
Yeah, that's Rocket. Who's that? Yeah, that's Lila. Who's that? That's Lila. Who's that? Rob. Yeah, good job.
If this quiet story touched you, please leave a like, share a thought below, and consider subscribing for more gentle tales. Stories like Rocket and Jewel's remind us that patience and forgiveness build the strongest bridges between hearts. Their stories stayed with everyone who met them. A quiet lesson in kindness and patience. Given time and gentle care, even the most unlikely friends will learn to protect and cherish one another. Let this be a reminder that every small choice to stay, to forgive, and to try again truly matters. Thank you for listening, always.
Our team works hard behind the scenes to find and share real-life stories that truly matter. Every video is crafted with care, carefully researched, edited with trusted sources, and always treated with the respect these stories deserve. What you see isn't just made to inspire, it's meant to be real and meaningful.